with her. Anyways, we have a wonderful show tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different things, a lot of things that I'm upset about. Me and Soya might argue a little bit. We're going to ask Ezra a couple of legal questions. Maybe he can answer them. I'm not sure. I do have a problem with something that happened to me this Sunday. And most importantly, everybody, I want to tell you about integrity, honesty, and honorability, and how that we can fix this city up. And if you don't want to, that's fine with me. But here's your opportunity on November the 2nd. It's a serious time in this city. It's a serious time to take serious action. And you know what? I'm a little exhausted. I'm tired. It's been a tough year and a half for me to get to this point. Yes, I'm giving it one last kick in the butt. I think I have an opportunity here. I know they might cheat, but you know what? I'm a man. I'm going to take it. And you know what? The great Michelangelo said, and I'm going to give that quote later. What should I quote right now? You're right. It's foolish for me to quote. But first, I want to say hello to Sawyer, who's playing with a telephone. How are you, Sawyer?
Hi, everybody. Great to be here.
Sawyer was screaming at me in the car, screaming at me the whole week. You were.
When was I in the car screaming?
You didn't come in the car before when I was sitting there?
I came to say hi. You were sitting outside. You looked
You guys talking
depressed.
to the
I wanted
mic.
to make sure you were okay.
I wasn't depressed. I
don't know. Maybe you had postpartum depression. You're always
No,
talking about
I
it.
quit smoking, so it's 12 days or 13 days I've quit smoking, so it's a problem for me.
So you would have postpartum depression from
according
your
to
cigarette.
Ezra, I have. According
What
to
did he give
He
birth?
gave up the cigarette.
I can't.
baby now.
According to Ezra, I have the DTs. Anyways, how are you, Ezra? Welcome
doing
back
well.
to the
How are
show.
you?
Ezra told me he's also going to scream at me. Everybody's screaming at me. Why is everybody screaming at me? Anyways, everybody, we're going to start our show. Thank you for joining us again. Thank you for listening to our show, and thank you for actually, if you want to listen to the show, if you want to comment to the show. We're at YouTube, Just Enough Heshy. You can email me, Just Enough Heshy. You could Twitter me, Just Enough Heshy. You could Facebook, Just Enough Heshy.
You could never have enough Heshy.
You can never have Just Enough Heshy. And we have Instagram, and everybody contacts me, even the prank calls, the kids in the middle of the night. He says, sometimes I pick up just to entertain myself, because these kids are like retarded. And I don't even let them say a word. It bothers them. They call back like 90 times, and they fill up the voicemail. And when it happens, I take a break. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Be nice,
Heshy,
be
give
nice,
it up.
be
Give it
nice.
up.
Okay.
Give it up.
Anyways, I love everybody, no matter what, even the crazies. So let's start our show, Sawyer, and we're going to talk about who first. Who's going to help us pay for this show?
And now for our sponsors.
Right.
High Tech Web Group. Have you been pushing off remodeling or creating a website? Well, now you don't have to any longer. Let High Tech Web Group's team of professionals construct your site with skill and precision. You can reach High Tech Web Group at 212-235-2777. Check out their website at info@hightechwebgroup.com. Call High Tech Web Group today so you can experience a whole new world of business. 212-235-2777.
I love Jaime. 212-235
2777.
Go ahead.
Plaza Auto Leasing. They are not only a leasing company, but also a dealership.
And
you get the best.
They're going to be creating a brand new, beautiful showroom. We just finished designing. You guys are going to love it.
It's a beautiful showroom to visit even now.
All right.
You get the best of both worlds, the flexibility to lease or buy any vehicle, make or model, combined with quick service, huge inventory, and easy approvals. There is no finance manager to meet with, just a friendly pal sales representative that can handle most of the transaction from start to finish without you even having to step foot in their office. All you have to do is place your order, and they will even deliver your car right to your door. What are you waiting for? Become a pal and call Plaza Auto Leasing today. You can reach Plaza Auto Leasing at 718-975-9000. You can also check out their website at www.plazaautoleasing.com, located at 2750 Nostrand Avenue on the corner of Nostrand Avenue and Avenue N. Call 718-975-9000 and become a pal today. And don't forget to tell them Uncle Heshy sent you.
I did. They're really good. This Sunday I came back from the jails, and I'm so happy. The car didn't really drive itself, but it was very good. It kept me up, when it veered a little bit off, and when I had to take a nap, the seat went back. So you got to get yourself a car.
What are you
from
doing up
Pal.
there at the jails all the time?
I go visit. I mean, I belong in there, like people tell me, but
Oh, you
I went
don't.
to visit
No,
a bunch.
you don't.
I know I don't, but I went to visit people this week, and I went to another maximum security prison. I was given different people to see, and it's sad up there, and we have to. You see, the problem with us is we lock people up, and I agree. People do bad things; they have to be locked up, but we have to not just let them out. We have to help them rehabilitate, and in jails,
Make sure that they don't go
Right, you
back to
can't
their
li-
old
Right,
ways
but
of either gambling
I met
or
a guy,
drug addiction.
I met a guy this week, 25 years to life. Now, he didn't kill anybody, but he did something very bad. And he did something bad to somebody else. But he was nuts. And we're not helping him, Ezra. We didn't help him.
Well,
the
we don't
first
have
time
the
to-
funds for the mental health because the bozo's wife made it disappear.
But we do
She's
have-
a magician.
All right, no, but I think Heshy, it's the age-old question: what's jail for? Is it for rehabilitation or is it for retribution? And it's supposed to be for both, but we're focusing a lot on retribution, not enough on rehabilitation.
I understand murder. I understand when you're crazy, complete. But if you lost it and you did a crime once and you did it again, the same stupid crime, and you're going out because the guy can't help himself. You know, Met Council and Kalman Yeager built a bunch of low-income housing. Do you think they approved anybody in the Jewish community? They took millions and millions of dollars. They're taking credit for it, and nobody in the Sephardic, the Jewish, nobody in the communities that we live in where they built this housing, and people who even came out from jail were approved for these low-income housings.
Right.
Why? Because it's the money. Now, they take credit. Yeah, they put up a little bit, but the millions and millions of dollars they get and managing it for many years later, this is the money that we could use to rehabilitate our people. This is where we should put them in normal housing, not to put them in apartment buildings. Do you know that Kalman Yeager, and I'm going to talk about it, took money from developers to open up low-income homeless shelters in the middle of his neighborhood borough park? He took money, and you know where the developers are from? From Teaneck, New Jersey, not even New Jersey. And the people that are supporting Kalman Yeager, your people, the Sephardic Jewish Community Council, they don't even live in Brooklyn. They live in Deal.
Well, first of all, again, the Sephardic Jewish Community Council are about 5 or 6 businessmen who have some influence, and they make all the decisions. It's not like they've. And again, their influence is basically limited to writing a letter.
Well,
Which most people don't even bother opening.
well, and right now they're producing this fake endorsements, and everybody thinks they're
Okay,
important.
they're endorsements, but it's the same thing as
Sawyer,
rewriting something.
keep going, baby. We're running out of
Well,
time.
we were supposed to have a special guest on the show tonight.
I know, but just let's.
But
finish.
you told me that they can't just call in. They have to come in.
Can we finish the commercials?
Yes, we can.
Let's do Ezra Levy.
We have Ezra Levy, the law offices of Ezra C. Levy, Esquire, specializing in all criminal matters, including weapon possessions, drug offenses, domestic violence, theft offenses, assaults, DWIs, anything criminal. You can reach Ezra at 917-755-1187. That's 917-755-1187. You can also text him, send him pictures of your sea summons, or just WhatsApp him or text him what your problem is and why you're in trouble and how fast he should come and get you out.
Ezra, first of all, what's your number, Ezra?
917-755-1187.
Ezra, I have a
Sorry, I know my number.
Ezra, I want to ask you a question. Is there such a heinous crime that even disgusts you that you would never go and represent? Even though, according to the rule, you must give your client proper representation, whether you agree with it or not.
No. I mean, look, when I was a public defender, I handled usually the hardest cases in the office.
Nothing,
So I don't-
even though it disgusts you and whatever.
You know what?
And as a public defender, you've seen serious bad stuff.
As a public defender, the only cases I didn't do were if I knew the witnesses or if I had some idea of what, if I could potentially know one of the witnesses. So it's only when there was a conflict of interest that you actually stayed off the cases. But for the most part, I think everybody's entitled to the best lawyer that they could.
So you've seen the worst of this city, and you've done the best you can.
Correct.
I love you. You're
Thank you.
wonderful. That's
Love you,
Ezra Levy. Call him at 917-755.
1187.
Come on, you have me on
1187.
speed dial. That's the problem. You have
Come
me
on, you
speed
should
dial.
have. You don't have him on
See,
speed
I
dial?
have him on
I
speed
don't
dial.
have him on speed
That's why he
dial.
doesn't know my number.
Yeah, I do know his number because I try to block it because he calls me every single day.
Every
threatening
day
me.
you speak to him. I know you speak to him every day.
Okay, you too, Sawyer. Go ahead. What's next on our list? Green Line Building
Green
Solution.
Line Building Solutions, Preservation, Development, Fire Department, Criminal Court, Department of Finance, Environmental Control Board, Settlements, Building Consulting, coding, violation removal, construction management, owner compliance, contracting, licensed Department of Building Expediters, designs, professionals for all your building solutions. 202 Foster Avenue. You can reach Green Line Building Solutions at 718-871-0382. That's 718-871-0382.
We really have been doing solid work, and the city has been buckling down, sending more inspectors out there. I've been saving people day after day, and I want you to know, just for your knowledge, Ezra, the city has not really fined or what's it called again, put into effect this mandate to the restaurants. They're coming around threatening and screaming, but they're waiting right now till after the election, not after Blasio leaves, because Blasio wants Eric Adams in. Blasio,
We don't want him in.
Right, no, but even though Eric Adams, that idiot that I thought had some brains, gave de Blasio a B+.
Yes, I saw that.
Is that stupid? I mean, really, de Blasio did not.
I
get a
would
B+.
give him an F.
Not an
Minus,
F,
but the thing-
a Z, a Z
Yeah.
minus.
I think that, I think Eric
A
Adams...
big F.
Yeah, I think Eric Adams has a different alphabet than the rest of us. so.
I'm hoping Eric Adams. I thought for a moment we had a chance with him, but I'm now praying that Eric Adams loses. I know it's going to be hard, but I really,
gonna
really
happen.
hope.
Everybody's going around saying FJB. Well, I say
Yeah.
FE.
Right,
Whatever his name is.
I just want,
FBD.
I want Eric to lose badly. I want to send a message to everybody, and even Heshy Tischler. Guys, write my name in. Make a change. Stand up. You could do that. Heshy Tischler, you don't color in Carmen Yeager, color in my name and other. Let's stand up. You guys have been bitching and complaining and hollering. Here's your opportunity. You're never going to get a shot like this. Remember, for the next 2 to 4 years, you're going to struggle. And these guys are, you people forgot when the inspectors were looking into little girls' schools, peeping into their bathrooms. Nobody said a word. Carmen was nowhere to be found. You know where Carmen is now? I went to 104 weddings last year and about a bunch of this year. Do you know that Carmen, Community Board 12, Barry Spitzer,
Oh,
Greenfeld-
told you I was just at a community board meeting
Wait,
last
but I'm
night.
gonna
They
get to-
work very hard.
Yeah.
Barry Spitzer works very, very hard.
Yeah.
It's
We're saying, you know what? Let's not throw the garbage cans so people should get upset.
Okay.
Really, that's
You
what
wanna
they-
know
I
something?
swear to you, they had a half-hour discussion.
You know,
on
2
what-
days ago, he married his son, and he was
Right.
working. The day that he was marrying his son off, he was working.
So I want you to know-
And during Sheva Brachas yesterday, he was also working.
So let me just tell you, Barry Spitzer, we have 100 wedding halls in New York City.
Yeah.
Do you know where Barry Spitzer made his wedding? In Muncie. Do you know why? Because he shouldn't get shut down over here for illegal weddings. Yes.
It's not true.
It's true. 100% true.
How do you know? Maybe the girl was from Muncie.
So why wouldn't you do your
Guys, can we
wedding here in
finish
New
the-
York
I
City?
think our producer
Is
wants us to
it,
finish
I don't
the,
understand. What are you even
advertising.
doing here? Why weren't you at that wedding?
I didn't
You
want
go to every wedding.
But not to that wedding with Greenfeld and Spitzer.
Okay.
Let's go next on your.
Barracks Barbershop, located at 108 Avenue I. You can
Did you
reach.
see? He gave me a haircut. Did you see? Sunday, yeah, he gave me a haircut this Sunday. Very nice.
A little dark in there.
I did get a little dark.
You know, when you talk sweetly about people, elected officials, or people that are representing our community and working hard, and you start saying wonderful things about them, with or without the haircut, you look so much nicer.
Barracks
You look-
Barbershop. Let's go.
Right? You can reach Barracks Barbershop at 718-758-5187. Or you can call, text, or WhatsApp Baruch personally to schedule your appointment at 347-845-9131. That's 347-845-9131. Baruch's Barbershop, located at 108 Avenue I, the official singing barber of Heshy Tischler. Barbershops, they didn't have, when I was growing up and my father, my brothers would go to the barbershop, you couldn't text or WhatsApp. There was no WhatsApp. But you couldn't text and say, hey, I want to make an appointment, or are you around now? Are you on your lunch break? Nowadays, anybody that wants to make an appointment at a barbershop, they have it so great.
Sweetheart, we didn't have computers in everybody's house as a kid. You didn't have color TV.
I don't know. I had friends in school that had computers.
Okay, well, I don't think so. That was maybe in the 80s, not in the 60s and 70s. when
In the
I grew
80s,
up.
I had girls that had computers.
I went to school in the 80s. We didn't have computers.
We didn't have computers. I
had friends that had
I had a
computers.
typewriter. No, I had a computer already in the 80s, a big, expensive one. But go ahead. So, Baruch, by the way, Baruch, if you actually text him, he'll even prepare you food, some Bukhari food, very cute. He tried to feed me. I said, no, baby, I wasn't feeling
It's amazing. You just 347-845-9131, and you just, Baruch, are you
We're
around?
playing around too much. We want to get to the
okay.
news. Let's go. What do you got else on your list there?
We have Mr. Super. Mr. Super,
is just a wonderful super. He comes to your building, he cleans it, he shovels it, he does it twice a week. His prices are well, and if you need some renovations, Mr. Super also does that as well. But they give you a monthly price to come 2-3 times a week to clean, mop, and so on. And you don't have to have an in-house super. These are a reliable company with a bunch of crews running around. They do wonderful work, and the prices are well. Their phone number is
718-218-5555. That's 718-218-5555. Or as I like to call Mr. Super, hubby number 2.
Oh, Chris.
We have James Meadows.
The best. And James, you're going to get a lot of business because
He's a highly ranked traffic lawyer, former criminal lawyer, dedicated to all moving violations throughout New York State. James handles all points-related moving violations in New York City, Long Island, and upstate New York. Speeding, red lights, cell phone, stop sign, failure to yield, and improper turns are traffic offenses with stiff penalties, including huge fines, points, increased insurance rates, suspension of your driver's license, and even being arrested. The law office of James Meadows is your best chance of beating your traffic ticket. 845-842-5387. You can reach James Meadows at 845-842-5387 or 845-TICKETS.
And the cameras are popping up all over, which are illegal. I was hoping to get the city council that I can stop it. So, James, you're going to get a lot of business now because people are just getting ticketed. And remember, if you get a couple of, like, now I heard they're going to go from 14 down to 6 red light or speeding capper tickets, even if it's not you in the car, you can still get your license revoked or some kind of what's it called again? Negligent homicide if you hit somebody or kill somebody, even though it's a mistake. It's just, they're looking
Well, they
to
already
come.
start with that.
Well, if you hit anybody, just call Ezra Levy, 917-755-1187.
Try
a
that.
couple of those cases, unfortunately.
Anyways, too bad. Yes.
Traveler's choice. I heard, by the way, everybody's starting to go now to Florida. It's not even winter yet, and everybody's getting tickets. And I heard, like, you can get, like, flights, like, almost like round trip for, like, 100, 200.
They're escaping the mandates.
Like, so cheap.
Right.
Anyway, traveler's choice. Joseph
going.
and Devora Light. Well, you're driving there, or you're flying?
I'm driving.
You're driving. Well, if you want to fly there, like stylish and rent a car and get your hotel.
But I got a new car by Plaza Auto Leasing. I want to drive it down to Florida and then back.
Okay. Well, but if you want to do the things, the classy way where you go on a flight and you get a car rental and a hotel rental, then call Traveler's Choice. 212-868-8698. They will book your flight. They will get you a car. They will get you your hotel, the best accommodations, whatever you want. You can reach Traveler's Choice as 212-868-8698. Traveler's Choice is your only choice for travel.
Don't forget, you can reach our show by emailing us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. You can YouTube me and message us through there, Just Enough Heshy, Facebook, Just Enough Heshy, Twitter, Just Enough Heshy, Instagram, Just Enough Heshy, and whatever you can find.
And call into the show at 718-289-0070. That's 718-289-0070. I'll try not to hang up on you.
So now I'm going to give us our quote because we're starting our show, even though, wow, boy, are we late today. I know the producer's crazy. Here's a quote by Michelangelo.
Do shout-outs?
We're gonna do. You want to do shout out first?
No. What's the order? I don't even know.
Mira
2 years later, I still don't know the order.
My granddaughter Mira Nava.
Mira Nava, Lila Tamar.
I babysat.
My one and only beautiful Shoshana, Dove and Shani Hikin.
We're gonna scream.
Sergeant Peters.
Sergeant Peter and my
your friend Ellie.
Yes. Anyways, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. So I lost the election. So people are telling me, Heshy, go do what you got to do quietly. You don't need to be the big man. You don't need to be councilman. It's too much for you. Listen to me. I wanted it to do it for the people. I want to score big. I don't want to be an egomaniac. But yes, I do have an ego as well. I do want to do it the right way. I want to set my goals high because I want to be able to do more for the people. No, I'm not looking to make the money, even though Carmen Yeager makes $330,000. He got $270,000 in donations. He got money from a guy called David Schwartz who lives in a basement. He got money from Dove Hiken, friends of Dove Hiken. I don't even know why. I think because to go against me to lose that election which I'm disappointed with Dov that he mixed into the election. He lives in Long Island. What are you mixing in? And I understand that Ina and Saperstein, by the way, here are two guys who are going to be your councilmen, supposed to lead hundreds of thousands of people, and they're fighting with each other by ripping down each other's signs, telling
Ew!
what?
She didn't rip his signs down.
He ripped down her signs.
Yeah, so why you say, no.
And
Very careful
but
with
she-
your words.
she called
Don't
him
make an
names.
insinuation.
She
She
called
didn't
him-
call him
Sure,
names.
she
Are you
did.
kidding
She
me?
did. She
didn't call
insulted
him
him. She
anything. She did not
insulted
insult
She
him.
did. Oh.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I have a video over here of some woman coming over to her manager, to her, calling her disgusting, saying really derogatory
You know she says
insults.
a lot.
No, she didn't. No, she
Stop
didn't.
interrupting me. She also says she's religious, which she's
She
not.
is.
She's not.
First of all,
She's not.
excuse me,
She's
who are
not.
you to measure religion?
Okay,
I'm not.
guys.
But you know she's pro-abortion.
Do me a favor.
She's pro-abortion.
There are very
She's
ultra-religious
pro-abortion.
people
I'm not-
that are not so godly.
I have no problem if you're not religious. Just don't tell us that you have rabbis and you're
I
religious.
have people,
they
that
came
they
on the
claim to
radio.
be very religious,
right.
and they do things that are
Okay,
very.
but at
let's
least
focus-
they're making
Criminal.
Let's focus on the
She is
good
not.
stuff.
But anyways, okay. And Saperstein.
You don't insult my
Saperstein
girl,
and-
Ina
I can
Vernikov.
insult
And
anybody.
everybody needs to go out and vote
like-
for her.
I like Ina. You don't get me wrong. And Saperstein, who is religious, so he's got 57 rabbis endorsing him. Again, another lie.
Nobody's endorsing
but
him.
again, but-
Excuse me, Rabbi Reisman said to him.
I know,
in-
but-
excuse
but
me,
this
in front
is-
of Dov
but
Hikind.
this is a Dov-
in front
this-
of Dov
but this
Hikind,
is-
not to go and to
Why
use
is-
his name as
why
an
is she screaming at me
endorsement.
again? This is
Because you're not listening.
I am. This
No,
is-
you're not
because
listening.
this
And
is-
you're spewing lies.
not-
Use Ezra
Hold on.
to get you, for defamation
Can
and
you stop a
slander.
moment? Carmen, use these tactics of fake endorsements in the past.
Politicians use a lot of different tactics.
So now-
and let me
that's
tell you
my
something.
point.
So he served this community for over 36 years.
He did pretty
He,
good.
he didn't do pretty
Really?
good.
Really?
He did amazing.
Really?
He did stupendous. He did
Really?
great.
Can you tell me
Okay,
something?
find me somebody else that measures up to him.
I never
36
said he
years.
didn't do bad, but
Look at the president. Look at the president of the United States. He's been around for, a lot longer than Hikin, and he's done diddly squat.
Really?
Zero, FS, bupkas, goose eggs.
Is she on medication or
I don't know,
something?
but she's
I
just
don't know.
what's arguing tonight.
She's,
So,
I
like,
know,
I'm
she's
just
in
gonna
one of
just,
those
scoot out
moods.
of here.
And only because, you know what? She's trying to control me because she's
Was spewing all sorts of disgusting things today,
No, it was
just
not.
for
Spew
fun.
anything.
And you want to know something?
is
He
spew
was
anything.
doing it specifically to goad me.
And it worked.
Because that's
it
what he
worked.
likes to do.
And it
Because he
worked.
doesn't get enough of that. I don't want to say, I don't want to.
yourself.
He doesn't get enough of that.
Behave
Maybe
yourself.
goading other people. I don't know.
Hold on, who-
Wherever he goes after he's finished with the show. I don't know.
So you're telling me and Linda fight with each other?
God forbid. Linda doesn't fight with you. First of all, she talks to you like a sweetheart.
Right.
Too sweet.
Okay. So let me just tell you my joke to
think
get
we're
it
trying-
over
I don't know
with.
how she puts up with
We're
you.
going to change the
Let
name
me
of the
give
show
you
to
my
Just
joke.
Enough Slayer.
I was invited to my friend Chaim's house with Linda for lunch the other day. As we stepped outside with Chaim and Linda and his wife on his outdoor patio, he asked me, Heshy, so what are you doing for your summer vacation next year? So I replied, I said, I really want to go to Italy like last year. So Chaim looks at me and Linda says, you went to Italy last year? I replied, looking at Linda, no, I wanted to me. Anyways, we're
have
going
to
to
work
talk
on
about a
sense of
lot of
humor,
stuff. Here's my problem right now, okay? We're going to start with problem number one.
Tell me a person you don't have a problem
Okay,
with.
you have your politicians that are liars. You have people tricking our community and we're falling for it. We're voting for idiots left and right because we don't want to stand up. When I tell you to write in somebody's name, when I'm telling you to vote for Curtis Lewa now because Eric Adams is going to screw the city. You're talking.
What do you think about Pepitone?
I like him, but he has no chance. Nobody knows who he is.
Really, it's
Nobody
how do you say
besides you.
chaval? It's a pity,
The
a real
The
pity.
black community doesn't know him. The Latino community doesn't know him. Yes, the Italian community knows him. The Jewish community doesn't know him. You're talking, he's zero known.
I heard he's an incredible
He's an
guy.
incredible
Really.
guy. I met him. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy. The
But
point is,
he has no chance.
So,
no
so
chance.
I had a
You see,
friend of mine
Sliwa-
called me
Sliwa
up.
has at least a chance because he is out there every day posting videos, using social media. He didn't do good in the debate.
He did great in the base.
My
The first
friend-
debate, he didn't do good.
I saw both of them. He actually did
My-
much better than
On the second debate.
No, both of them actually.
No, the first
My-
debate he was shaky.
I can't get in a word edgewise.
No, you haven't shut up at all.
Okay. First of all, I'll tell you what my mother said. I was not shut up. I was brought up improperly so.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But can I
well,
talk? Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
My friend Rivka called me up earlier today and told
questions
me
on the
about,
computer?
I'll get to that in a minute. My friend Rivka called me up earlier today.
Rivka called you today?
Yes, she did.
Who's Rivka?
Okay, a friend of mine.
Okay, good.
Okay, and she told me, you know, she started going on about Pepitone and how could we get out the word, and she's, you know, she thinks he's a great candidate and we should be voting for him. And my take on it was he doesn't have his name out there enough, and the problem is if we go and we vote for Pepitone and we lose some of the votes that could be going towards Sliwa, then Adams has a much higher chance of winning if we give away some of our votes to Pepitone.
Correct.
So I'm going to say I'm going to stick with Sliwa.
Right, that's the problem with...
I think everybody should stick with Sliwa, even if they're debating between Pepitone and Sliwa. I would say go with Sliwa
That's the problem with...
because you need the lesser of the two evils.
You know that Eric Adams is very smart. He's a politician. He knows the laws.
He's a smug.
He's right. He has swagger and he knows how to play the game. Took him a long time. Problem is, say Curtis does get into office.
Right.
Not that he doesn't have the experience, but he doesn't know the rules and regulations, how to maneuver. Will it be good enough that he says, I'm the boss, you better listen to me, shut up?
You know what? I'll tell you. Anyway, it's okay.
What's your question?
My question was like this. We all know this stuff. Probably every single person in your audience knows all of this. All these conspiracies, how terrible the vaccine is, how it wasn't tested, all that
conspiracies,
stuff. What are you trying to accomplish by talking about it? Besides for getting stressed out and being whatever.
So I'm
what
telling
are we
you,
trying to do?
Because here's the deal. A year ago, we stood there like little lambs and sheep and did nothing. Today, we are marching on the Brooklyn Bridge. We're standing in City Hall Park. We're standing in Times Square. We're spreading the word, and not 10 people. Not 200 people, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Teachers are standing up now. We're opening our stores. I mean, I remember you couldn't drive. I mean, you were able to drive all over town. Now the traffic, people are out, people are breathing, people are at the parks. People are not dropping like flies. Of the story that you said that we were all going to drop dead, 2.5 million Americans were supposed to die in a 3-month period of time. We haven't even had 600,000 or a million Americans supposedly all together, and really only COVID, but no other diseases. The death rate has not gone up. My point is very simple. America, New Yorkers, Jews, Black, Christian, Muslim, stand up. Do not be scared. Do not let them push you around. Do not let them close your stores. Do not let the inspectors in without warrants. Do not let the police just pull you over and scare you. You're going to stand there like sheep. You're going to get it. We have to fight back.
Just one thing is because you mentioned these marches. I think yesterday they closed down basically the whole city with the traffic. It was 2 days ago. I'm sorry.
Right.
Monday. So this for the first time we've actually had now firemen, police officers, corrections officers, teachers already have their own thing, but nurses, doctors, healthcare professionals, sanitation workers.
Yeah.
All these people are about to lose their job, about to be furloughed as of Shabbat morning, right?
Right.
So it's got to a point where now everybody is getting sick of these mandates. It's no longer, you know, if you don't do this, we're closing down your business, or you can't open your business. The people who are enforcing the rules until now are now the renegades. So it's everything has changed. And the truth,
I understand you want to.
They're not popular.
I understand you want to. I understand you want to say I'm a dumbbell, but you can't call all garbage men dumbbells. Let's say all garbage men are dumbbells. You can't call policemen dumbbells.
Right.
Let's say all policemen are dumbbells. You can't call teachers dumbbells.
Exactly. I agree.
If you want to call teachers dumbbells, doctors. So now we have a beautiful variety of mixtures of intelligent professionals across this city, besides the regular people, saying, "Listen, nobody's stopping you from vaccinating. Nobody's stopping you from taking the flu shot. But listen to me, I'm healthy. I'm not going to get sick. I've gone to weddings. I've gone to events. Do you know Fauci's still saying Thanksgiving dinner, not more than 10 people in your house? Is he normal? I mean, did you ever walk down Fifth Avenue or Borough Park, hundreds of people? And no, the Jews are not dropping dead. We're not doing flies. We're packing our stores. But you know what's going to happen? When the new election comes, they're going to shut us down again. And I don't know if you remember, Yitzi, but last year when they shut your business down and you still had to pay rent and you lost and you had to pay your workers. I know you didn't take PPE money, so you didn't struggle. And it's not that you didn't have a problem having the extra money. You took PPE money? You did take PPE money?
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, I didn't take any PPE money.
What's wrong
Should
with
have.
you? Because
Oh,
you
wow.
fired all your people because you decided you want to run for
I
governor.
never fight. I didn't fight. Whatever.
He used to have a business. You know, Heshy back in the day actually used to have a business. He actually used to work for a living. He had a whole office down here. Now he's playing around.
What he took? Yitzi took over my office. He's crazy. I have a bigger office than the other place. Now, I gave you my office. You should be thankful. That place made me successful for 12 years, and that's why you're more successful because you took over my... And you know where he sits? He sits in my old room, the little pig.
Hey,
He has a big desk, and a big, gigantic desk, bigger than mine, and he puts his feet up just to piss me off. I don't like that, but it's okay. I love that you're happy down there in my little old hole. But Yitzi, you're a good-looking boy. He exercises every day at the gym.
Yeah. Can't say the same about you.
Did he just call me fat?
No, that was before. Now it's just
You just,
plain.
you just highlighted it.
Sorry, do we have a comment on the?
somebody's asking if your audio was axed.
Who's my audio? Oh, it looks like he shut off my. He put up his finger. He shut off my mic.
What's with you with all these really not nice name
You know
calling
what?
tonight?
You know what? Here's my deal. Okay,
I want you to apologize.
Apologize
what
to
you
who?
said. What you said about Ina earlier.
Come on, move on.
I apologize.
I'm not moving
Okay,
on.
so
I'm not moving
So
on.
here's the deal.
No.
I'm going to apologize to Ina. You know why? Because she.
If you say one bad thing, I'm telling you,
not
I'm
saying bad.
coming over there.
I'm not saying anything. She is.
You'll get me, bail me out, right?
Ina is a grown woman who's 37, 38 years old.
Who cares what her age is? It's irrelevant.
Never
She's
ma-
an attorney.
She's an attorney. Never-
Actually, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
So my
Please.
Let's go out and vote for Ina Vernikov.
I'm not talking about her personal sexual desires.
We don't care about
I
that.
want to
And we don't want to hear about yours either.
Right, I'm not going to tell you.
Or any other
I'm not gonna
vulgarities that
tell
are going to come out
My
of your
point
mouth.
is she is for.
I don't wanna-
she
I don't wanna
is-
hear. I
she's
really don't
for
wanna hear.
abortion. Are you for abortion?
She is not for abortion.
She is too.
No, she's not.
She's pro-abortion.
No. Excuse me. She is under the right circumstances, I'm sure, for it, but she's not pro-abortion.
By the way, that's the
Pro-abortion.
biggest lie.
Well, you know what?
Soya,
I'll tell you what. Why don't we get her?
I hate to say something. For the right circumstances, I'm pro doesn't work with me. But I just want to be clear with you, Heshy. She's not going to decide whether or not abortion is.
Are you anti-abortion?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
So do you believe if somebody was raped
Yes.
Yes.
that they should not be able to get an
Yes.
abortion?
I
Yes.
first, no.
I do.
Okay.
They shouldn't be able to
No.
get an abortion?
No. The only case.
Even if they find out that they're only like 5 days pregnant?
The only case where a person can have an abortion is when the mother's life is in danger. That's it. You asking
Okay.
me?
So that's
You're asking me?
Ezra's thing.
So
That's
what do you
thorough.
think should be done if the person was raped?
If the person was raped, you have the
By
baby.
a stranger?
Okay, but the question is this. I don't, right? I'm going to go back to something else. Like, I'm not going to discuss. If you want to have a whole debate on abortion, I'll gladly have it with you on another show.
so here-
But wait a
so-
second, let me finish.
Okay.
When it comes to Ina, when it comes to Saperstein, you have to understand something. The abortion law is not going to change in New York.
No, you lost.
So,
you
that's
lost
not the
me.
reason to vote for
You
her, not
guys
to
don't
vote for her.
understand. I know she can't change the law. It's the way of her thinking. For example,
You know the way of her thinking?
yeah, she thinks that abortion is right.
And Saperstein doesn't?
Saperstein is bad too.
So,
Both of them should not be elected. And here's my other problem.
So who should be
When
elected?
Somebody does not.
Ashley Tishler.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. Right? But here's
I
my
would
deal.
vote, if I was
When
living in that
somebody-
district,
one minute.
I would vote for Ina
Hold on,
Vernikov.
Hold on. When somebody doesn't believe in God, so what do you mean, Heshy? What do you care if he believes in God or not? He's running for political office. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
If your philosophical ideas don't match with the rest of the world, don't understand what doing good is, then you don't deserve to be a politician, even though you know the
I don't
rules
know.
better.
I was standing over there, and I interrupted in a meeting, and Ina was meeting with a rabbi.
With a
and she was,
rabbi.
excuse me,
But,
she was meeting with the rabbi to
Soya-
ask him about certain halachas pertaining to the election.
Okay, Soya-
And I found that to be very impressive.
So,
And she wasn't doing this was by her office. This wasn't for a public advertisement.
okay. Again, I'm not gonna. I don't know Ina's religious.
I've gotten to know her recently,
and that's fine.
and she is
honestly-
religious.
and that's fine. I'm not. I don't think anybody here votes based on a person's religious, whether a person's religious or not. But let's be honest. Everybody in this room is a big Donald Trump fan, and he probably does not. He probably violates half the mitzvot that he has to keep. So let's be honest. We don't.
There are rabbis that violate mitzvot.
I'm not. Again, stop with attacking the rabbis. It's not the point.
I'm not attacking the
That's
rabbis.
not the point. You're going on a tangent. The bottom line is this: we don't vote for politicians whether or not they're good Jews or not. And the truth is, maybe we should. But if right now we're stuck with either Saperstein or Vernikov, Those are your two choices, unless you want to write in somebody else. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter what her, when you tell me she
Sure, if
doesn't
her
give
beliefs are not right,
Okay, Heshy, I
then
agree
she's
with
going to
you.
mess up.
I agree with you. That person who doesn't fear God's not going to fear anything. I understand what you're saying, but at the same point, okay, right now you don't know enough right now, and I don't know enough about that.
I know. But
So
at least
let's not get into it.
I'm still more, if somebody's philosophical or religious ideas, I have no problem.
again, both of them
I
support
like
that.
when somebody's a religious Muslim, not a fanatic. I like when somebody's a religious Christian.
I agree with
I
you.
believe that they will do good. For example, last year when we were giving out food to all the poor, you're talking, there were food programs running from here to Hoppertsville, okay? All of a sudden you saw Ina and Saperstein and this other
Heshy's
loser.
been to Hoppertsville.
And you saw this other guy, Bendette, this loser who ran
Okay,
against me.
okay.
Anyways, you saw them running around making believe handing packages like Carmen Yeager. He can't even pick up his own basket of bread. He's going to food programs and handing out bags of potatoes. Now this man does it once a year for a show. I do this every single week. Now all of a sudden that these two guys have won their primaries, you don't see them giving out food programs
Right.
anymore. You don't see them going visiting
Fine, so
churches
they're
or hospitals.
politicians. They're politicians.
I don't want a politician.
Okay, I agree with you, but so now the question is is somebody else going to run against the two of them?
So I'm telling you now that this is you're right, second or third, whatever it is. My point is I'm only a beginner. This is only my third year doing this. And as any business, like even Mr. Fawcett's over there, Yitzi, when he started his business, it was slow. It takes time to build. And look at him, a couple years later.
Where is his faucet business?
He has a beautiful store on the corner of 16th Avenue between 54th and 55th.
What's it called?
It's called Fawcett's and More. Beautiful place.
Faucets and more.
Yeah, Yitzi, would you have a website, Yitzi? Current. But I know, but over here, your store is called Fawcett's and More.
That's here.
Oh, so he calls his store one thing and he has a website nothing. These people are dumbbells. I don't know. Why can't you just stick to one name and talk into the mic?
Why? Because okay, I can't say it on the radio.
How can people reach you at Faucets and More or
Current.
current?
they-
Current, like a current?
If
Yeah.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Oh God!
I'm building a house.
The
You
boy
don't
is
have
not
money.
the
That's
smartest,
right.
right?
You gotta be
He's
woke.
building a
'Cause if
house. He actually will spend money in your store. Hello.
Anyway,
Just walk
He knows
down
where
the
to find
street and find him. Wow. He's
Okay.
located on 16th Avenue and between 54th and 55th, or he's located at 5318 16th Avenue, or go online and type in Current or Fawcett's and More. Really, look at him. He's so rich, he doesn't even need the business. Look how successful he became. I don't know.
Those must be high-end faucets.
All comes from sitting at Heshy's desk.
Right, with his feet up. By the way, his faucets.
What kind of faucets are they? High-end?
They're very high-end. They're gorgeous.
What are the
Takes all
brands?
the returns, all the crap that comes back, Heshy takes.
Oh, you
it.
kidding me? His garbage returns are better than the stuff I have in my house. He gave me once a towel holder that was so cool. I tried to steal it, and then he catches me. He says, "Oh, I was putting it in the garbage. Take it."
What was it, like a towel warmer?
Not a towel woman. It's like a designer, like with bends in it. I don't know.
Wow,
yeah.
Ben's in a towel.
I don't know. Don't ask me. It looked cute. You know what I mean? It was a towel. I don't.
It just takes a few bends to impress Heshy for a towel holder.
Linda, you know where we hang our towels? We hang it. There's a little. the.
All men, I know where men hang their towels, on the floor.
Yeah, we have our towels. We hang out towels.
Only half of them.
We hang out towels. By the shower doors you have in your shower. So there's a little, a holder that you open and close. That's where we shove our towels, or we leave it on top of the toilet bowl, or you know what I mean. That's where the towels
sharing
are.
way too much personal.
I know.
As long as you take it in the shower once in a while.
But the one towel holder I have is like I tell Linda, please don't use it because I don't want it to break it. Or the towel we put in, nobody's allowed to use it, wipe their hands with it.
Very good.
Okay,
Yeah,
very nice.
I'm not
Thank
too
you.
bright.
No.
I got it. Anyways, we're coming
Linda
to the,
just locked the
we're
other
coming to
lock.
the, we're coming to the end of the show, and I want to read something to all of you that I wrote. And this is for you, Ina, for you, Saperstein, not for you, Carmen Yeager, because you're just an idiot. And this is for the rest of my audience out there. And here it is. Integrity matters. Dignity matters. Our lives have to be better. And my life has to be better. This is a world where every mistake is magnified. We need to stand shoulder to shoulder, united. I know that I manage my dignity. I manage my honor. I believe that I am humbled today because I see the new world, the new ideals, the young people being able to do things that I can't believe that they're able to accomplish, that I never even imagined to do it. Either we will lead the future with new ideas and changes or bury our heads in the sand. Either we will let greed and corruption continue to rule and ruin and control our lives, or we will take back our city and our country. We are not a people who like coming in second or being pushed around. Our freedoms are being taken away. And I want you to know, everybody, that's why we stand up. That's why we protest. Many of you were scared to do that. I didn't like the Black Lives Matter in the beginning, but they were the first ones, even though they didn't do it correctly. They got up. They protested. They showed us that we can stand up to the police. They showed us we can stand up to the mayor. I was there from from day one. But we stood up. We got arrested. We took our people. We let our young. We let our old. We opened our parks. We opened our schools. Our city is back. You're right. We're still nervous that they're trying to hold us back and shut us down and fine us. But at least they know one thing, that we are going to stand up. We're going to fight. And they will never shut us down. And I know Eric Adams, when he wins, he's a little wussy, so he's not going to have the power to do it, but he's going to let them punish us. And I know Curtis will make changes. Go ahead, Soy, before we end the show.
Somebody wrote, "You're a faucet," to Heshy.
Okay.
And then somebody else wrote, "Give vaccines to politicians first. And if they survive, then the vax is safe. If they don't, then the country's safe."
But, nothing could kill those politicians. Ezra, what do you have to say before the election?
Everyone, make sure you go out and vote.
Make sure
November
you go out and vote.
2nd.
November
This
2nd.
is a very critical election, and I don't expect a high turnout. So everybody should go out and vote. Vote Curtis. Make a difference. Let's save the city. And get
I
rid of
want
these
you to know,
mandates.
when the country was in trouble in the 1890s, 90% of the Americans came out to vote, and we made a change. We made a difference. We must go out and make a difference. Do not hide. Don't let them hinder us. Don't let them put us into bondage. And Yitzi, go vote Sliwa, okay? Because if you vote Adams, you're a dead man. By the way,
I
there's
don't
a...
mind being a bondage.
Well, okay. Everybody, thank you for listening to our show. We'll be back maybe next week after the election, maybe